Significant changes have been made by Morgan Stanley to both its Asia ex-Japan and global EMs focus list. Now, the stocks that have been added to this list have both been on the radar over the last few days, and those are Bajaj Finance and Hindustan Aeronautics. Now, Morgan Stanley has recently raised its target on Bajaj Finance to 10,500 after Rajiv Jain's elevation as vice chairman. For HAL2, Morgan Stanley sees an upside of almost 30% or more with that 5292 price target. Now, Morgan Stanley believes that HAL is poised to see an order pipeline of over $60 billion over the next decade, and that engine upgrades and exports is going to support its growth going forward. Now, Bajaj Finance is also its top large cap NBFC pick as the dust has settled on its leadership transition, and it also sees credit costs declining going forward. Now, moving to Goldman Sachs, they have highlighted 10 stocks that are part of its buy list from India. HDFC Bank features on top of that with a target of close to 2100 rupees. And it is also best placed to benefit from RBI's liquidity measures and a likely 15% earnings CAGR going forward. The other financial name on this list is AU Small Finance Bank, where it sees a 31% earnings CAGR, and valuations are attractive and the cost of funds are also improving. Now, from the consumption space, Titan makes an entry here, and Goldman Sachs is banking on a 20% jewelry EBIT growth in FY26 compared to just a 6.2% CAGR that it had seen over the last 3 years. For Godrej Consumer, Goldman Sachs is expecting a price recovery in the soap segment business to aid the margins, and that new formulations of the company are aiding a turnaround. Now, India's largest port operator, Adani Ports, is also a part of this list, and Goldman Sachs believes that volumes here are likely to accelerate, valuations are reasonable. And the other one that part of the list is Indigo, which is India's largest airline, where Goldman Sachs here is expecting market share gains to be sustainable. The industry is consolidating, and its international business also has a long growth runway going forward. Now, another stock that has been the news recently is M&M, and Goldman Sachs here is anticipating a ramp up of its recently launched battery EV, a pickup in its farm equipment business, and potential value unlocking in its unlisted arms that is leading it to a 3800 rupee price target here. Now, for Apollo Hospitals here, Goldman Sachs is expecting to see better hospital occupancy in FY26, and its digital business, which is Apollo 24/7, to break even soon, and it has a price target of over 8,000 rupees on that stock as well. Now, the last two names on the list are Power Grid and Make My Trip, where for Power Grid, Goldman Sachs is seeing a significant opportunity in the transition linked grid infra and a structural need to overbuild the grid going forward. While for Make My Trip, which is listed in the US, of course, it has strong underlying travel trends, the industry structure, a favorable one that is likely to aid its margins, and it is likely to expect a $300 million free cash flow going forward as well. So markets fell, valuations corrected, and now it does look like brokerages are getting their shopping bags out for the Indian markets for sure.
Hey, thank you for watching this on CNBC TV18. Hope you liked it. For more such interesting news and updates, follow CNBC TV18 on all the social media platforms.